Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ifeanyi Okoro. If you're stopping here for the first time, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. So today I'm here with another makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I achieve a flawless skin with affordable makeup products. I did skin prep off camera, and right now I'm applying foundation on my skin. This foundation is from V Beauty Cosmetics. I mixed 3 shades of their foundation to get a perfect shade. So that's what I am doing right now. I'm currently patting that foundation into our skin, like I'm blending. I am not rubbing. I am patting it in a dabbing motion way. I don't know if you understand it, but that is what I'm doing. Next up, I use that same foundation brand in a darker shade for a contour. So I'm using a dark shade of that foundation brand, V Beauty foundation, to do a contour. I'm contouring our cheekbones, our forehead with that dark foundation. So that's going to help me give that face this warm feeling. It's going to help me bronze the face. It's going to give it this lower depth on the face. Next up, guys, I am going in with my blush. This blush is from Taylor Cosmetics Rosy Cheeks palettes. So this is very affordable, you guys. It's a blush palette, and I'm using those 2 shades I showed you guys on our cheeks. So you want that cheeks to be blushed, so I'm using this for a cream blush. This is very affordable in the market. So if you are thinking of getting something that is affordable and is good for the job, kindly get this product. Next up, guys, I'm just trying to use this brush to blend it in, and I am going to go in with my beauty sponge to further blend in that product into the skin. You don't want harsh lines whenever you are doing your makeup. So I have applied foundation, I have done contour. Right about now I am doing a blush. So I applied the blush on her cheeks, her nose, and the hollows of her forehead. Next up, I am highlighting her face using this concealer from Nuban Beauty, and I used Elegel concealer for a main concealer shade. So I use this Nuban Beauty for the inner corner of her eyes, underneath her eyes, because I want underneath her eyes to be very bright. The areas I applied that Nuban Beauty concealer, I wanted them to be a little bit bright. It gives this feel. So next up, I'm just going to use my beauty sponge to further blend this into our skin. I'm just, like I said, I'm using a tapping motion, a dabbing motion, a patting motion. I am not trying to rub the product on our skin. I'm just tapping, tap, 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 and it's going to give you what you want. So you have to use a very good technique. This technique I'm using is very good. So if you're wondering why your work isn't blending so well and easily, maybe you have to try this technique. It's not maybe, you have to try this technique and see if your game is going to improve. So that is it for that. Next up, I went in with my beauty sponge to blend underneath the eyes and the forehead to just make everything blend. You want your skin work to be bomb at the end of the day. You want a perfect skin work. You don't want your clients or your model's face to not match the skin. You want the skin to be well blended. So the highlighted areas, those places you want to be bright. Please excuse my lighting at this point. I don't know what was going on. So you want some areas underneath the eyes and all those places to be bright, because you want it to be very beautiful. Next up, I went in with my beauty sponge to further blend every product on that skin together. You don't want harsh lines. You don't want patches on the face. Next up, I'm using this Mira Cosmetics powder to set the highlighted areas, that is underneath the eyes, the forehead, the bridge of her nose, her chin. So this method I'm using as well is very simple but tricky. So when you want to apply your setting powder, you have to pick a little amount from the pan or whatever container it might come in. So you pick a little, you dust it off, and you apply it on the eyes. When you apply it on the highlighted area, you try to spread it immediately. You don't just apply it on one side, because it's going to patch. So when you apply it, you try to spread it out immediately. This powder is very simple and it has a very nice feel, but when you miss the technique, it's going to look so hard. It's going to look as if you don't know what you're doing. So when you apply it on the highlighted area, you try to spread it immediately, like how I am doing it right now. So this is what I am doing. So you apply it and spread it, you apply it and spread it to avoid patches underneath the eyes or on the highlighted areas, because this is powder. You're applying it on a wet surface, so you just need to do that and you get a very beautiful result. Next up, I went in with my powder to further set the highlighted areas, and I'm using this powder from Milani Cosmetics. It's an affordable makeup powder as well. Milani Cosmetics powder to set all over the face. I'm using Milani Cosmetics powder and I'm using V Beauty powder palette as well to set all over the face. Milani Cosmetics powder in warm, while V Beauty powder palette, I'm using that to further warm the face as well. Next up, I went in to contour her face and bronze her face with V Beauty powder palette. Then I used Blot Cosmetics powder in the shade Cola to further bronze her skin. So that is what I am doing right now. I'm using those not too dark powders to warm up that skin. You want this bronze and contoured feel on that face. You don't want the face to be too dark. As you can see, it's not too dark, but it's warm. Next up, I have this blush palette from Blossom Cosmetics. It's affordable as well, so you just use it and intensify that blush. You want your client's cheeks to be blushed, and that is it. I am contouring and structuring a nose with powder. So I'm using this powder palette from V Beauty Cosmetics, the dark shade there, not too dark, the chocolate shade there, to structure that nose. You want your client's nose to be pointed and well structured. So the pattern I am using, I'm just tapping on her skin. I am not rubbing too much. So when I apply, I'm going to try to blend it out immediately because I don't want harsh lines. Right about now, I am baking underneath her eyes and other highlighted areas because I want to structure that face. And this is going to help me catch out fallouts from my eyeshadow and whatnot. So that is it. So I did a reverse contour with that brush. That's the reverse contour is immediately underneath the contour. It's called reverse contour. So I did brows and eyeshadow off camera. Right about now, I am blending a skin with a powder shade, that is Milani Cosmetics in warm. Then we moved to lips. Guys, my best lip combo is this one I am doing right now, and I'm using this lip palette from iMagic to do that lips. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am lining her lips with the brown shade in the iMagic lip palette. So I'm lining her lips. You want that lips to be well structured, so you take your time to line your lips. You take your time to do everything if you want it to look so detailed. Next up, I went in with a pink shade from that lip palette. So I'm just applying this on a lip to blend it into the brown shade. So the technique I'm using is when I apply it, I'm going to blend it into the brown shade. Just apply, sweep it, blend it and all. Then I went in with a white shade from that lip palette to make that lips not too dim and to make it not too dim. So I want it to look a little bit bright and warm at the end of the day. After that, I went in with my lip gloss from Classic Cosmetics. It's affordable as well. Classic Cosmetics, and I'm applying this on our lips. What is your lips without gloss? You have to gloss it to make it pop, and there's this feel that gloss gives. So that is it about lips. And I went in with my brush and powder to blend out the excess setting powder underneath the eyes. Then I went into sprayer face to seal up all the products and make everything one. Right about now, I'm using this TM Essentials cheek glaze to like further intensify a cheek blush, and I went in with my highlighter from Blossom Cosmetics. All the products I use are very affordable, they are not expensive, so that is what I am doing right now. And this comes to the end of the look at the model now, feeling herself. You're playing Amona available, and that is it, guys. If you've watched to this point, thank you very much. Kindly like, comment, share this video to your friends, subscribe if you are new to my channel, and you're going to see more of this content. I share beautiful and amazing tutorials on this channel. Kindly check out for my videos and you're going to love it. So this is the finished look. I tied the Zara cap, by the way, because I wanted something beautiful. Thank you for watching and I love you all. Bye. See you in my next video.